Hi, Shirley. How are you?
Hi, I go. I'm sorry for the line. I have a problem with my computer, but
Hmm.
I swear.
No, it's okay. Don't worry. I know what happens. I experienced it very much recently, so I know how it feels. Don't worry, Shirley. Um, Very good. So, how was your day? What have you been doing?
Yeah, today is holiday. It's the labor day.
Yes. Why?
Yeah, the labor day.
Oh, the Labor Day. It's
Yeah,
today in America. Didn't know that.
yeah. This is the
Hmm.
first Monday in September every year.
September. All right. Gotcha. And is that because of the protests in? I think they were in New York, right? Long years ago when these women protested against the regime. Well, I think it's that, right? I mean, as far as I know, that's the reason why also here in Bolivia we celebrate the, as you said, the work day.
Yeah, the
But
first May.
yes, I was exactly. I was
The
aware that
the
in
fire
American
in
people.
the in
Hmm.
the yeah. I
But you know
remember
the
that.
story. You know the story why is that significant?
No, or the story. I know there's the problem. This is the machine for the industrial, so it's fired with women
Hmm.
in there.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
that is part of the my fears.
Yes, yes, I get it. Very interesting. And it's also very nearby September 11th, right? September 11th. This very famous day in
Ah, yeah, yeah,
America because of the the terrorism and stuff like that.
yeah.
Uh, well, actually,
But
I'm not sure if I should say that word because we are being transmitting into YouTube. I hope they recognize that I'm not talking about that. They're not going to tear that down because we are pronouncing that word. But what happened in September 11th is very nearby, right? As well.
yeah, but
Mm.
it, no, no, it's holiday, but that is memory for in
Yes.
every country.
Oh, it's that holiday. I thought it was.
I don't know.
Hmm. I mean, I'm not sure. I thought it was because it is tremendously significant, right, for Americans, what happened that day and the consequences of that for their national security and their international relations. And
Yeah.
of course, because of all the pain they suffer, but I'm not sure as well if it is all. Well, you are going to discover it, right? When the time arrives, if they tell you, well, today it's September 11th, please stay home, you're going to know, right?
Yeah. I
Yes?
think no, it's no holiday. Oh
Hmm.
yeah, no, it's not holiday national.
It's
Yeah,
not. All right,
no.
it's not.
The next holiday is Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. And when is that? In October, right?
Yeah, the last week I remember. Okay.
Of October. After,
Oh,
what is this? Halloween or before Halloween?
I don't remember.
Because Halloween, it's like
20.
the
Ah, no,
last
that is November. November
November, right?
24.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Halloween is what it is, always happening at the end of October, right? Halloween, this celebration in which everybody wears a suit, right? A monster or something that scares people, right? Halloween.
Yeah.
And do you have something planned for Halloween? Are you planning to wear a dress with your peers at the university or not?
Uh, I don't know exactly. That's my first time here. Probably
Yes.
this is my last week in here because that's 31, October
Oh,
31.
it's
Yeah.
your last week in America or just in Maryland?
And in America, I think this is America in
Mhm.
October 30. I need to get back to Bolivia for first week in November.
In November.
Yeah.
All right.
So
All right. Get it.
my last holiday, it's not holiday, but my last flex party here is Halloween.
It's Halloween. Yeah. So you have
Yeah.
to take advantage of it, right? You're gonna have to enjoy it very much. You have to get crazy on that
Yeah,
day.
yeah. At this moment, in different supermarket, they say how to use vending?
Selling. They sell.
So, yeah,
Mhm.
selling the different thing for Halloween. Halloween. So
Yes.
we had sumo probably before last day.
Yes. Yes. Oh yeah, right. Because it also happens as well here in our city, right? That when holidays are approaching or any other special day for for people, they change the, let's say, the theme of their decoration, right? And also what they are selling, right? For example, when it is Saint John or San Juan in Bolivia, they also change, right, what they are selling, and they start selling a lot of
Yeah.
sausages, right?
Yeah.
And I guess it's exactly the same in America when Halloween is approaching. Different stores began to sell costumes, and also what is super common to ask for candies, right? When these children go house by house asking their neighbors trick or candy, right, or something like that, sweet or
Yeah,
trick,
that's
right?
exactly what happened here
Mhm.
in different supermarkets. You see different thing for that day.
Yes, exactly. Very good. But I guess you're going to also have a party then with your peers. Of course, maybe you're not going to go and ask for candies because as far as I know, that is for children. But
Yeah.
maybe you're going to have a party anyways, right? There's parties with suits and costumes. So yeah, very interesting. So when time arrives, you're gonna tell me how's that going there, Halloween. Very interesting. Very at least here in Santa Cruz, it is not that celebrated, right? I mean, I have seen lately that some people are trying to bring it here. I have seen some children also wearing suits and have this pump cakes, right? You know what is pump cake? Excuse me, pumps, not pancake. You know what is pumps, right? The calabazas, pumps. Yes, it's not pump cake. It's pump cake is pastel de calabaza. It's pumps, it's pump. These pumps that children carry with them, right? When they are asking for. Have you seen any of those pumps in your visit in America so far or not?
I see in the supermarket they selling that now.
Yes, but I mean a real pump, like
Oh,
the ones that you have to go and to buy, and then you have to get a knife and cut it, right, and to
yeah,
make that very
the
creepy
face
face, right, with that mouth and those eyes, very weird. Have you seen something like that?
no, yeah, here, no, yeah.
Not yet, not yet, Maria. But are you going to buy one when you see one, a very big pump? Are you planning to purchase one, maybe to decorate it and to make it I don't know, a Bolivian design, maybe, to make it different, to cut something in the pump or on the pump, which is different to what people normally do in America. That would be a great idea, actually, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can that.
Yes, yes. Very good, Shirley. Very interesting. So you didn't go to the university today. So what did you do instead of that? Were you, I don't know, doing any homework assignments you had?
For the university and that's
Mm-hmm.
day for the Holy One.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know because the different this is a similar day, but the the student probably they had a party for another or in campus for the student undergrad. So,
Yes.
but I think that's they are different party in the city for that.
Oh, great. But weren't you invited to one of those parties?
Right.
No, you weren't invited to one of those parties to go with your peers. I don't know, to one of those.
No, yeah, I think the future probably.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, something that I didn't have the opportunity to do in America when I went was to go to one of these parties. That when you watch movies, of course, for any movie in America, right? These parties and when they make parties at different houses, right? Because that's what you watch when you are, I don't know, seeing a movie. You see that let's say young people make a party in a house, right? And they destroy the house while they are partying there. I guess that is also similar, right? When America, they make parties in houses more normally than going, for example, to I don't know, to a disco and to have a party there. Or what do you know about that?
Mm, I don't know. Probably here that's a different party with, how do you say, como disfraz?
Like customs? Yes.
Costume?
Customs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write it, don't worry. Customs,
Yeah.
yes.
Costume. Okay.
Mhm.
I think that in October there are different party with this cast.
Yes, yes, very good. But oh yeah, very good. I hope that you're going to be invited them and you're going to have that experience.
Hmm.
You know, like the movies, right? I always that is what I liked about America when I visited. That every single thing I saw, it was just as the movies portray them. Even weird things, you know. I don't know if this has happened to you so far, but in America, it's like more. I mean, like more interesting things happen, or at least funnier things happen. Like things that happen in a movie. I don't know. Maybe it's in your experience you have found that it is even more boring than being in Bolivia. By the time I visited, I had some experiences that were like super out of the norm. You know what I mean? Like like those experiences or those things that just happen in movies. But I experienced them when I was in America. So I don't know. I just got that sensation that in America really weird and unusual things happen all the time. Is that like that in your experience as well or not?
Yeah, I think this is the new experience. Everything here, this is a new experience for me.
All right, very good, very good. Shreya. All right, wonderful. So let's start then with the class list. Thank you very much for sharing that with me. Then I learned that September, oh, the first Monday of September, right? Not September 1st, but the first Monday, right, of September.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Very good. Didn't know that. I knew that the date was different, but I didn't know that it was specifically September 1st. Thank you very much. It's a very good information, actually, and I share with other people. All right. Very good. So let's go then and get into the class today. If you have seen, for example, the platform, then you notice that we are about to finish this older unit very quickly, right? So today we're gonna try to end with everything that the platform has given us with regard to grammar at least. And then we are going to, oh, this is the another your account. And then we are going to, and if you, for example, go to the platform and you look for the exams, right, of the units, the last exams, you're going to find that those exams are programmed for you to complete them until Wednesday midnight. That is to say, this Wednesday, right, the one that is coming, approaching, you have until that Wednesday's midnight in order to complete all your exams, right, and tests. So are you fine with that time, Shirley? I just wanted to ask you, would you like me to give you a little bit more of time, or do you think that you are able to complete the exams until that time?
This Wednesday 14.
This Wednesday,
No,
let
no,
me check
that's
it out.
7. Yeah, 7, 7.
Let me check it out. Let me check it out. It's actually not very difficult to it's actually not very difficult to check it out because I have here a document that says all the schedule, right? Remember that I showed you this before? It's this schedule here. So so as you can see, we are right now in a what is this?
This is different.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, what you
because
told me?
now we include Saturday.
Oh yes, yes. I mean yes, but more or less it's similar, right?
Okay.
It's not changing dramatically. So oh yeah, but you're right. Actually, I have to ask for an updated version because, as you say, we have augmented now Saturdays as well, and that is going to modify, of course, right, the schedule. But nonetheless, it's not dramatically different. It's just one more day, let's say.
Yeah.
But yes, we are right now that in September 5th, and therefore we are cursing right now a 12, right? That is the one where we are having or that we are advancing right now. So actually, now that I see, yes, I mean, as you told me, or as you said, the reason why I programmed the exams for, let's say, for you to take them until this Wednesday midnight was because I knew that because we are now having classes on Saturday as well, we have one day that is advanced, right? That is to say, we have one more day already advanced. So if, for example, when we were having classes just until Friday, we would have finished this unit by September 8th. Now we're going to end it by September 7th, right? You get it, right, Shirley? So we are basically, as I said, getting an extra day, and therefore we are ending every single time one day before it was planned. So that's the reason why, although we should have ended this by September 8th, because of the changes that we have done, I think that we are ending by September 7th. So that's the reason why I programmed the exams to have the deadline of September 7th. That is to say that you are able to complete them until this Wednesday midnight. So I just wanted to ask you, is this fine for you? Do you think that because of your schedule and your agenda as well, are you going to be able to complete your assignments until that point?
Okay, I didn't make it, but this only the test, not the activities.
Yeah, the activities as well. Yes, the activities as well.
Okay, only the test.
Well, I mean, no, actually the activities too. That is to say, activities and also the exams. Do you think that you're going to be able?
I think probably I don't came for Wednesday.
Okay, yes. Okay, this is fine. So would you like me to give you time until, I don't know, Friday? What do you think? Tell me, you tell me.
Okay, I can Saturday.
Saturday, all right.
Okay, yes.
Saturday midnight.
Okay, perfect.
Saturday midnight. All right. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly. I mean, personally, I don't have any problem with giving you more time. So, if for example the coordinator asks you, okay, because she was asking me the other day, I don't know if I told you that last time she asked me, because I have you seen this, right? When I show you your grades, right, in Excel document. The reason why I feel this is because I always have to present and inform of how you're doing in the classes. So I have let's say a final date for presenting this. And last time, because I gave you more time for the exam, the coordinator sent me a message and she told me, do you know why it's not the last test of Shirley appearing on the inform, excuse me. And I told her, well, it was because I decided to give her more time because she's very busy with her studies in the university, and that is comprehensible. And she told me, okay, it's fine, don't worry. You tell me when she finishes. So if the coordinator tells you something or she asks you, so you're gonna as well tell her, okay, that I am giving you more time because of course you have your activities, right? And it's important for you to complete that. It's more important, of course. So just in case, okay, if she asks you, just tell her that we are deciding to move this a little bit more in order to meet as well your time this availability. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful. No, my pleasure. Very good. So until Saturday's midnight, then I'm gonna change it. Okay, don't worry. Before we or after we finish the class, I am going to be changing everything so that you can access this material and finish it until Saturday's midnight. All right. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
Fantastic. All right. So let's get into our class then. So if you remind, last time we met, that was actually yesterday, right? We have been seeing each other every single day of the week, and that is awesome. I enjoyed your company. So yesterday we had been discussing, what was it? It was this topic, the imperatives, right? Do you remind this, Shirley? Imperatives.
Yeah, I remember.
Wonderful. Yes, imperatives. So last time we had seen that, first of all, what are imperatives? Last time we discussed this and we came to the conclusion that imperatives are simply orders, commands, right? That is to say, when you order somebody to make a specific thing. For example, when your mother, when you were a child, right, told you, please go and get a shower, or please help me with the cook, right? or help me with the, I don't know, go and let's say brush your hair, or help your little brother with his homework, right? Things of that sort, because they were commands, orders, right? Specific things. Now, sometimes in our lives, we are going to be required to inform other people, let's say our friends, about imperatives given by other persons instead of us. That is to say, for example, and I gave you the illustration, right? If you have a classmate and your professor gives you homework, but that classmate was not able to attend last class in which the professor gave the homework or the assignment, he's going to ask you, right, your classmate, do you know if the professor gave any homework? And you're going to be required to tell him what was the imperative that the professor gave. Because every single time a professor gives homework, it is an imperative, right? Because he's telling you, do this, right? Or complete this, or make the summary, whatever. So you are, I'm sorry, you are required to tell your classmate about the professor's imperative, right? And this is going to happen many times or in many occasions in your life. So you need to prepare so that you can, of course, inform other people professionally about, let's say, your professor's command or anybody's command. All right? Is that clear?
Yeah, that's clear.
Fantastic, fantastic. So last time we discussed one way, right? And that way, if you remind, let's open the document just for a while. Where is it? Yeah. Google Docs. There we are. Yeah. And then just let me scroll down for a little bit and want to find it. September 3rd. All right, there we are. Okay, very good. So we had discussed this way of informing other people about anybody's commands instead of yours, right? And we saw this particular one, which is an imperative. Well, actually this one, right? When we want to communicate somebody about another, person's command, we can do it by quoting the exact same words the commander used. This is the first manner, right? Quoting what the commander says. Remind that last time we met, I gave you a structure for quoting anything, right? Not just imperatives. I told you, you can use this structure for quoting, for example, books, for quoting scientific articles, for quoting even songs, right? I gave examples about that. So this is a structure. Who said it, plus comma, plus the phrase within quotation commas. For example, your classmate asks you, what is the homework for next class? You will respond to that by saying, the professor said, and then within quotation commas, I want a summary about bacteria for next week's class, right? Are we following the structure? Yes, we are indeed, because who said it? The professor said, plus comma, as you can see here, comma, plus the phrase within quotation commas. I want a summary about bacteria for next week's class, right? Do you remind the structure, or maybe during the weekend you had any question about this, Shirley?
No, I don't have questions. This is clear.
All right, very good. Very good. So let's move on then to the other way to inform people about anybody's commands instead of yours. All right, let's see. We have another way. Is this one. We can also report imperatives without using the person's exact words. That is to say, without quoting, right? Because when we talked about quoting, we are simply meaning using another person's exact words, right? That is what we mean by quoting, right? Using another person's exact words. That is what we mean by quoting. But now there is a way to inform a person about anybody's commands instead of yours, and not using quotation whatsoever, but merely using the following strategy. Let me show it to you. In this case, we are using reported imperatives. This is the name, let's say, for the second strategy, reported imperatives. For example, Dean told Jackie to be quiet. This would be an example of reported imperatives. When we write, we don't use quotation marks around the reported imperative. We do not say, for example, Dean told Jackie to be quiet. What else? Okay, well, this is not important. We are going to get into that later. So let me show you then the second manner, reported imperatives. That is the title, reported imperatives. Okay. So we are going to use the same example here in order for you to see the difference as well between the first manner and the second manner. All right. There you have it, like this. Okay, so let's think about this illustration again, okay, Shirley? For example, if your classmate asks you, what is the homework for next class? You can respond using the first strategy that we proposed, right? The professor said, comma, I want a summary about bacteria for next week's class. This is just the first manner. Now, there is one more manner or alternative for this particular task, okay? And what is that? It is reported imperatives. And what is a reported imperative? Let me define it super easily and concisely. It is when you inform somebody about another person command by not using, or excuse me, by using your own words. This is the best definition. What is a reported imperative? It is when you inform somebody about another person's command. Yes, I am wrong here. Another person's command. By using your own words. Remind that in the first strategy that we used, what did we do? We quote the exact same words that the commander used, right? We were quoting using the exact same words that the commander used. In this case, you are not going to use the same words. No, you're going to inform a person about another person's command by using your own words, okay? It's not necessary here to quote, nor to be very exact or precise when quoting what another person said. No, you need to, in this case, use your own words, okay? And because of that, I would say this is easier. So let me show you an example. So if your classmate asks you the same question and you want to respond with this manner, you could respond like this. Should response. He told us to make a summary about bacteria. This is it. He told us to make a summary about bacteria. As you can see, you are responding simply by doing what? By using your own words in order to inform this person, in this case, your classmate, that the professor ordered you to make a summary, right? He told us to make a summary about bacteria. You're not using any structure here. No, you're just simply using your own words in order to inform this person, okay? And that is something very important. There is no structure here. You could inform this person about your professor's command in any possible manner. You could just say, for example, what is the homework for the next class? To make a summary. That's it, right? You could respond like that. What is the homework for next class? To make a summary. Or if your professor, or excuse me, if your classmate asks you, for example, what did the professor give for homework? If somebody asks you this question, what did the professor give for homework? then you could just respond to make a summary, right? Of course, you could respond this way. The professor said, comma, I want a summary about bacteria for next week's class. But this is the easier one, to make a summary. Or, as I gave the other example, he told us to make a summary, right? As you can see, this is a very simple manner to inform a person. And there are no limitations here. You can respond as you wish. Do you understand to this point, Shirley, something that comes to your mind at this point?
Yeah, I think this is like report for the information.
Exactly. It's a report, as you said, about the information. You're just reporting, right? To make a summary, or he told us to make a summary. That's it. No more than that. And as I say, there are no rules for this one because it's simply an expression, a simple expression. But remind, you are still communicating what? The imperative, right? You're still saying the classmates, hey, the professor said we have to make a summary or to make a summary, but you are informing your classmate about the professor's imperative, right? You're still doing that. That is not something that you're missing. No, it's just that you're not using the exact same words that the professor used to give that command. That is the only difference. You're not using the same words that the professor used. You are using your own words as you prefer. You can tell your classmate as you prefer what the professor said. Okay? So let's practice some other illustrations. For example, let's say, I don't know. Let's practice with something of our own reality. We were discussing, right? I told you, if the coordinator talks to you and she asks you, why are you having more time to present your exams, your tests? What are you going to tell her? Okay, I'm going to tell you what to tell her. You're going to tell her that your professor gave you more time because you are busy with your university assignments. Okay, that is what you're going to tell her. Now, let's write that. So, for example, if the coordinator asks you, why or what did your professor, or why did your professor, better this, why did your professor give you more time to complete your assignments? What are you going to tell her, Shirley? Using the second manner. And then we are going to use the first one. Using the second manner, as you prefer. Inform her as you prefer with your own words. How could you respond to this?
I need more time because I had a busy week.
Okay. I need more time. More time. Because I have a busy week. Very good. Very good. Why did your professor give you more time to complete your assignments? I need more time because I have a busy week. Now, inform her using my exact same words. Listen to my words, okay? And then you're going to quote me. Shirley, I will give you more time because I don't want to interrupt your classes. Now quote me. Shirley, I want to give you more time because I don't want to interrupt your classes. Now quote me. How could you respond using this manner?
The professor say,
Okay.
I give me more time.
The professor said now. Okay, remind that you are quoting me. You have to use exact same words. What were my exact same words? I'm gonna repeat them, okay? Shirley, I will give you more time because I don't want to interrupt your classes. Now quote me.
Yeah, I got it.
Quote me. Repeat my words. Shirley, I will give you more time because I don't want to interrupt your classes. Quote me.
Shirley, I give more time.
All right, I will give you
more time.
More time. Why?
Because
no,
improve your study.
Right. I don't want to interrupt Oh, come on. Interrupt your classes. Very good. And you close, right? The comma, the quotation comma. Very good. So as you can see, these two manners are available for you to quote persons' comments, right? I need more time because I have a busy week. Or the professor said, Shirley, I will give you more time because I don't want to interrupt your classes. That's it. So the coordinator talks to you, you can use any of this, right? To inform her, why are you, or why am I giving you more time? You can use any of this. Preferable this one, okay? You know why is this preferable? Because in this case, you're always being more, let's say, you're being, let's say, more loyal to the reality. That is to say, you are saying exactly what I said. Now, instead, maybe if you say this, maybe she's going to understand it in a different manner, right? But if you quote me, there is no way that she's going to understand something else, right? She's going to understand pretty well, why did I decide to give you more time? If you quote this, the professor said, surely I will give you more time because I don't want to interrupt your classes. If you respond her like this, then she's not going to have any doubt that the reason why I am giving you more time is because I don't want to, I don't want you to, for example, do something wrong in the laboratory, or I don't want you to be bad rest for the laboratory. I want you to be good rested. I want you to be having enough time for completing your assignments in the laboratory, in your class. So that's the reason, right? So if you quote me, better, okay? If you want to use this other one to inform her in any possible manner you can imagine, go for it. Of course, you're free, okay? Do you understand that, Shirley?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful. Better to use this one, okay? And not just with me, with any other person. Because as I said, you avoid bringing problems to you, because right in our lives, when we maybe we understand things differently, right? Sometimes people want to express something, but we understand it differently, and we transmit that to other people, and they also can get it wrong. So if other people get it wrong as well, maybe there's going to be a confusion and huge problem, right? So it's better to be very much stick and attach to the words just as they were said. All right, just as a general recommendation. Very good then. Okay, is there any question, Shirley?
No, this is like mass when you need an answer specific professor say, according to say, or specific person.
Mhm.
This is more polite.
Certainly, way more polite. Way more polite, and not just more polite, but more trustworthy. Do you know what is trustworthy?
No, like worst.
Look, let me trustworthy. Let me show it to you.
Okay.
Gonna put it here. Trustworthy. Trustworthy. It's confiable. Like this. Trustworthy.
So,
Trustworthy. Confiable. Like you're trustworthy in the sense that you are being super clear and you're remaining trustworthy to the information, just as somebody told you, right? And you can use this word, of course, in any other context. For example, let's say that somebody steals from you, right? Somebody that you met steals from you something, let's say your cell phone. That person is not going to be trustworthy anymore, right? Because he steal from you, of course, right? So trustworthy of any person that deserves your trust, deserves that you trust him, that you trust her. Okay, so this is an adjective that you can use with a lot of people, things. For example, when you are using, I don't know, a device in your laboratory, and maybe it's somehow messed up, something that's going wrong with that device, you could say this is not trustworthy, because maybe it is not going to calculate the temperature of blood correctly, right? Or maybe it's not going to do something correctly, so it's not trustworthy. So there are a lot of applications for this one. You get it? Yes,
yeah.
this one. Fantastic. There was one more that I wanted to add. It was this one, interrupt. You notice that I used it, right? Do you have an idea what could it mean?
¿Cómo interrumpir?
Yes, exactly. Interrumpir. And this is not very common, so this is a word that you should definitely consider for your TOEFL exam. Interrupt, interrumpir. It's not very much common, normal. People, I would say, use instead of this, bother, right? They don't say, I don't want to bother. Sorry, guys, I don't want to bother. But they don't commonly use interrupt. I don't want to interrupt you guys, right? Better, sounds better. It's more professional. It sounds more scholar, better, definitely. Interrumpir, interrupt. And the pronunciation would be something like interrupt. Interrupt, like this, interrupt. Pronounce it, please.
Interrupt.
Yes, very good, interrupt. Yeah, exactly, interrupt. There you are. What other word could we talked about? Well, let's see here. Oh, I think that's okay. Okay, wonderful. Is there any other question, Shirley?
No, I don't have question. Probably the pronunciation for the when I talking the in when I starting today, the last, how do you say traje?
Oh, exactly. Very good. Thank you very much for reminding it. It's custom, like this. Traje. So what is the pronunciation? It's custom. Custom. Oh, sorry. Custom. Like this. Custom. Super easy. Custom. Yes, exactly. Custom. Traje. And yes. This is a word that is super common because there are customs for everything, right? People wear customs not just for Halloween, they also wear them for, let's say, for, I don't know, a play. They wear them for, let's say, for birthday parties. They wear them for, I don't know, for going and watching movies, right? For example, have you ever seen these people that dress like cosplays? Have you seen something like that, cosplays? Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Cosplays? Yes, that people who like very much, for example, I don't know, they like Marvel, right? When a Marvel movie is released about Spider-Man, let's say, they go wearing a Spider-Man suit, right? Or a costume. They use, for example, the same mask, the same, costume with the, with these devices that throw, webs and stuff like that. So, yeah, this is used in a lot of contexts. Custom. Yeah, so that would be the word custom. Any other, Shirley?
I remember. Cans, calabaza, ¿no? Can.
Oh, pump. Very good. Pump. Yes, like this. Pump. Pump. So how is calabaza? This is calabaza. Pump. And how is pronounced? Is pump. It's like this. Pump with M. Pump. And for example, if you want to say pump cake, pastel de calabaza is pump cake, like this. Pump cake. Pastel. This is delicious, by the way. If you have the opportunity to taste it, when I was in Seattle, I tasted this. That is basically their traditional food in Seattle, at least in Washington. I don't know if in Maryland, if it is normal to eat pump cake, but it's delicious if you have the opportunity to taste it. Pump cake, pastel de calabaza. And pump. Sorry, come on. Pump. Come on. Pump. Cake. Pump cake. Like this. Pump cake. You get it?
Okay.
All right. Pump cake. There you are. Yeah. Any other? Pump cake custom. What else? Maryland. Well, I think that I didn't listen to any other word. It was difficult, unless you remind one, of course. So just let me come here. So let's practice more examples. So, for example, let's say if your sister asks you, right? The sister, if she asks you, what did mom say to you last week or last day? Now, let's say that you want to respond her that your mom told you that you are going to have some vacations, let's say, well, whatever, let's say on Cancun, right? You and your family are going to have vacations on Cancun. So if this happens, how could you tell your sister? How could you inform your sister that your mom has said, we are going to go for vacations to Cancun? How could you inform her? Quoting her. You are practicing quoting here. How could you call your mom? Call her.
Okay. The mom say.
All right. Mom said. Yeah. What comes after this?
Come. Yeah.
All right. Yes. What else after this? What comes after?
Co. This is
It's a quotation commas. Quotation commas. Quotation commas. All right.
quotation.
What else?
Yes. Okay.
Man said, comma, quotation comma, opening.
I will go to Cancun for vacation.
All right. We will go to Cancun for vacations. Fantastic. Come on. And then you close, right? By the way, you know, when you finish quotations in English, the period goes within the commas, the quotation commas. As far as I know, in Spanish, it goes here.
Yeah.
In Spanish, right? But in English, it comes within the quotation commas, right? Within. Remind that. Don't get confused. And of course, in this case, the comma comes out of the quotation commas. But when you are writing the quotation and then you have finished, the sign that ends the sentence, in this case, of course, the period, goes within the parenthesis, or excuse me, within the quotation commas, okay? Not out of the quotation commas, all right?
Okay.
You get that? Fantastic, very good.
Yeah.
So remind it, okay? It's very important to have that, because if you, for example, let's say you're taking exam, the TOEFL exam, and you put it out, they are going to lower the score because of those grammar mistakes, because those are grammar, although they are super little mistakes, because of course it doesn't change anything, right? If you put it here, but because of those details, that is what they are, details, they could, of course, decrease the score you get in, let's say, the writing section, just because you're not being careful enough to put the periods within the quotation comma. So please be careful with that, okay? When you are taking the TOEFL exam, if you're going to make a quotation, remind that the point or the period always goes within the quotation, all right?
Okay.
Fantastic, that is super important. Okay, so we are going to stop the class here. If you don't have any other questions, Julie?
No, I don't have a question.
Okay, fantastic. I'm gonna save this. It is not September 3rd anymore. It's September 5th. Okay, I'm going to download it for you. Here we are. Okay, so tomorrow we are going to be reviewing another part of the unit, and we are also going to probably start with a new unit. I'm not sure, maybe, probably, not sure. But if we don't start a new unit tomorrow, we're going to start it past tomorrow, all right? But at least we're going to do something. All right, there you are. September 5th. Very good, fantastic.
Okay. I have a question, but that's different this thing.
Oh, tell me.
Okay.
Tell me.
When you read what's the difference when you read the number, this number had a point, you say, for example, 8.9, or because when you say your email, that's different, you say .com.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Yeah, that's confused for me. So when you report a specific number, you say point or dot.
All right, very good question, actually. So let's get into that. So for example here, and don't worry because this is going to update, right? It's also going to be in the document. So what happens that when you write this, okay, let's say we have here two different things, right? So when you want to use it for, let's say periods, that's going to be our topic here, periods. So when you want to use it for, it's actually that difference. When you want to use it for email, just for email, it is called dot, right? Dot. Just for email references, it is called dot. And you really like that. For example, Carlos, professor.com, right?
Yeah.
When you are citing emails, oh, by the way, and websites, email, okay, I'm going to be actually a little bit more general. Whenever you have to, well, email, websites, and websites, and most of the internet related topics, okay, most of the internet related topics, you use dots, all right? carlosprofessor.com. For example, this is a website, right? For email, for websites, and most of the internet related topics, okay? Things that have to do with internet, you use carlosprofessor.com, all right? For example, in programming, right, what I'm studying, we also use dots for talking about, let's say, when we are programming, because we use the internet, right, many times in order to program. We talk, for example, if we are discussing, let's say, lines of codification, we also use dots, codification. We also use dots, by the way, right? Dots, like, I don't know, HTML dot data source, whatever, right? This is something related to internet, by the way, data source. So in things of this particular realm, you're always going to use dots, all right? For email, websites, and most of the internet computer, I'm going to add here. For internet, where is this? Here. Computer related topics, you're going to use dots. Okay, is that clear, Shirley?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, let me change this. What about other points or other periods? For topics regarding writing, okay, escritura, writing, what else? Numbers, equations. What else could it be? Let's say verbal expressions. You're going to name periods as point. Okay, it's going to be called point. For example, I will go to Canada. If this is my only sentence, I could read it like this. I will go to Canada, final point, right? Final point. I will go to Canada, final point. Why? Because this is writing, right? Can you see Shirley? It's writing, right? This is a sentence. I will go to Canada, final point. Or for example, if I write 25.32.5, excuse me, 32.5 plus 12.3, as you can see, I am reading this as point. Why? Because it's number and equation, right? It's going to be equal to, all right? It's going to be equal to, and this is 47. That, excuse me, not that. It's just my terrible grammar. 47.8, right? That is a correct manner to say. 32.5 plus 12.3, it's equal to 47.8, right? As you can see, we are just using point in order to describe writing and also in order to describe quotation, or excuse me, not quotation, equations or numbers, okay? And what do I mean by verbal expression? I mean things like, for example, you will fall down. Final point, no? Punto final. final point. If you want to say that expression, right? You will fall down, vas a caer, punto final, final point. Okay, as you can see, final point, right? Okay, is that clear, Shirley?
Yeah, that's clear. Thank you.
Fantastic. No, my pleasure. Okay, so please help me with the traditional poll,
Okay.
and then we're going to finish the class. Okay. Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much, Shirley. So I see you tomorrow, and we're going to continue, okay, with the advance. Have a wonderful night. See you later.
Okay. Bye bye. Thank you.
See you. Bye-bye.